All right. I was recently really inspired by somebody who I just met a couple days ago. He kind of taught me or showed me that living life on your own terms is okay, and the happiness that you can get from it. So I decided, like, how can I apply those concepts to me? Like, I work my Monday through Friday job, blah, blah, blah. I want more. I want bigger. So this is what it's going to be, I guess. My name is Miranda. I'm a clinical substance abuse counselor in Eau Claire, Wisconsin. I have a sniffly thing going on. I don't know if it's the fucking weather that we have here. Fucking COVID for the third time since I just keep getting fucking COVID or what. I don't know. But don't mind that. So what I want to do to be true to me and to live life on my terms and to do things would be pretty much exactly what I do now, except on a bigger platform. Like, what could that possibly look like? Could I somehow make counseling into YouTube videos or, I don't know, a vlog? I don't want to blog. Like, my thoughts go much faster than my fingers for typing or writing. So I think that would be hard. And I think it's more personal. Like, who's going to read about something and be like, oh yeah, that's treatment. It helped me so much. Whereas I think talking and interaction maybe is going to be what's most helpful. So I don't know. I'm still kind of brainstorming how this is going to look. It would be cool to have like a call-in show, like old school 1990s, like call in with your problems and like, all right, yeah, I got you. Like, this is what I would tell my clients, and have it be like this free platform where people can seek out treatment and talk to somebody. Or, I mean, the other thing with it is I don't want to live within the parameters of treatment. I mean, sure, it works sometimes, and don't get me wrong, I love what I do, but I don't want to have to jump through the hoops, the licensure, the asking the government, the following, like, the government rules say that you could do this, but you can't do that, and that's how we treat addiction, folks. Like, I just want to do what comes naturally, because that's when the best shit happens, right? So that's why I was toying around, like a college show, or like, what else? Could I make videos like this to demonstrate my knowledge? And maybe it helps somebody, right? Like picking a topic. So a big one that you see is the boredom and loneliness, the feeling like absolute shit when you first quit. All of that, biggest shit that I see every single day. What a lot of people don't realize, though, is when you just can't get joy out of anything, when everything feels like shit, nothing's ever going to make you happy again, that's a sign that your brain is healing. Anhedonia is when you're not feeling joy out of things that typically bring you joy. And it's common when you first stop using a substance because your brain is trying to heal. What happens is we put a substance into our system, right? Our brain floods with all the dopamine, all the feel-good shit, and our brain's like, oh, I got plenty of this. I don't need to make it anymore myself. So your brain stops making it because there's plenty. It's a whole party up there, right? So then when you stop doing a substance, there's none of that feel-good shit up there anymore. And your brain's like not producing it yet because it hasn't had to for however long. And so it takes a little bit for your brain to catch back up, to heal, to realize like, oh, fuck, I ain't making these happy feelings anymore. No wonder I feel like shit. So that gap of time in between where we're introducing the substance into our brain and where our brain starts making the happy shit on its own again is when we don't get that joy or pleasure. It's where we see a lot of relapse or return to use happen because nobody wants to feel like shit. We don't want to feel sad all the time. We don't want to feel bad all the time. We just want to, I mean, sometimes we just want to feel anything at all, right? So, I don't know. I think it's important for people to know and kind of get that word out there. even more so than like my handful of clients, right? Like how many people lives do I interact with, being one person in one city in a small town in Wisconsin. So maybe this can get out to more people. Maybe people will be like, oh, fuck, you know what? There is a light at the end of the tunnel. Like, this is what that weird girl that says fuck a lot on YouTube was talking about when she said that it'll get better. It's supposed to feel like this because my brain is healing. And maybe they'll be able to hold on for an extra day or two until they can get through and start feeling those feelings again and feeling joy and happiness. The other ones that I brought up are boredom and loneliness. Number one things that lead back to use. And it goes along the same lines with the anhedonia. Is like, we don't want to feel bad. We don't want to feel alone. The answer is human connection. I don't know how many people know this, but I think pretty much every single client that I have this study that was done. So it's Rat Park. So scientists did this study, and they had all these rats, you know, in cage, whatever. And they had their little gerbil water bottle that was filled with morphine and water. And all the times the rats would just drink and drink until they overdosed, till they died. They were just hooked on it, right? So like, let's try something else. So they made a rat park. Like basically, this is everything a rat could ever want. They had little rat toys. They had good rat food. They had little rat friends to little play with on all their fun stuff. And they had that same gerbil bottle of water filled up with the morphine in it. And what they found was that not any of the rats died from overdose. None of the rats were going up and drinking it in that way. I mean, some would still go up and drink some, but not to the point of, you know, that chronic, forever, ongoing thing. So I always tell people to find their rat park. I hope you do too.